Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is 𝗍𝗲 and today we are going to solve problems from the Codechef Starters 149 Division 3. This is the second question. If you have not solved the first question, please go ahead and solve it first, then come back to this problem. So let us go through the question. The question is, you are given an array A of length n. You can perform the following operation on the given array in a number of times. Okay. So what is that operation is? Let's say you have elements like 1, 4, 6, 10 and 12. So the operation is nothing but you can pick any element and make it as 0. This is the operation that you can do any number of times on the given array. Okay. So the goal is to maximize the value of the maximum subarray sum of the A array. Okay. Find the minimum or number of operations to achieve this. Okay. So you can go through this. This is just what we have discussed here only. Let us directly go to the test cases. So the first test case is we have elements -1, -3 and -4. For this, how is the output is 0? So basically, what is the output that you need to print? The number of operations that you have done on the given array to get the maximum subarray sum. Okay. So here what I will do is I will not pick any subarray, okay, which leaves me 0 because I have not done any operation in the given array. Because if you see here that an empty subarray has a sum 0, okay. So what I will do, I will simply return an empty subarray here which has a score of, the output will be 0 because I have not done any modifications on the given array, right? So in this case I can do like this also. I can pick this element, make it as 0. I can pick this element, make it as 0. I can pick this element, make it as 0. What is 0 plus 0 plus 0 is nothing but 0. But how many operations have you done here? 3 number of operations. So 3 number of operations getting a sum as 0. Is it better than returning an empty subarray which has a number of modifications as 0 and sum is also 0? Which one is better among both of them? Definitely the second one, right? So I will simply return the 0 as my answer, an empty subarray. Okay, so for this test case, my answer is simply 0. Now let us see the second test case, which is 1, -1 and 1. So if you see here, in the given array, I can simply pick this element and make it as 0, right? So what is 1 plus 0 plus 1? 2, right? So this is the maximum sum that I can, maximum subarray sum that I can get. So how many operations have I done here? Only one operation. Now let us go through the third test case. Okay. So we have 1, 2, -1, -2 and then 4. Now tell me, what can we do here? What can we do here? If you see here there are 2 negative elements, right? Here there are 2 negative elements. I will simply pick this element, make it as 0. I will pick this element, make it as 0, and I will simply return the remaining sum, which is nothing but 2 plus 1 is 3, 4 plus 3 is nothing but 7. How many operations did we done here? 2 number of operations. I will simply return it, right? So I think you got the logic by now, but you're not sure will that work or not, right? Let us discuss whether that logic will work or not. If you see the question again, he wants to return what he wants to return, like, okay, see the question again. For each test case, output on a new line, minimum number of operations to achieve maximum possible subarray sum. No matter what, he wants the maximum possible subarray sum. He just don't want the maximum subarray sum. He wants maximum possible subarray sum, which means if you see, let me give you an array, something like this. Let's say we have 10, -120, 14, 10, 20, 16, Or let's take some simpler values. Why big 2 minus 10 4 4 10 and 15, and then minus 10 and then 20. Now if you see here, what is the maximum subarray sum here? I mean, if you see here, without any using of the given condition, what I will do, I will simply calculate this maximum subarray sum. What is the subarray sum that I got here? 10 plus 10, 20, 25, 29 plus 4, 33, right? Yeah. So here alone I have a sum of 2, and here alone I have a sum of 20. Here alone I have a sum of 20. Now I can return any one of them. I can simply return the maximum of these three values, right? Which is 33 in this case. But he wants the maximum possible subarray sum. So using this operation, I want the maximum sum. That's it. So what I will do, in between I have a negative value. So I will make this as 0, and here I will make this as 0. And I am going to simply return 2 plus 0 plus 33 plus 20, right? So this sum comes out to be 55. Okay. So this is one way. This is one way. This is one assumption. So by this, what you understood? So let us assume this is the starting index and this is the ending index. So starting index and ending index. Just focus on this. Now let's say I have something like minus 10, minus 40, 60, 20, 10, 40. I have something like this. Now what is the maximum subarray sum that I can get from here? Can I simply say 60 plus 40, sorry, just 60 plus 20 is nothing but 80, 90, 90 plus 40 is nothing but 130. So can I simply say that 130 is my answer here? Yes, 130 is your answer, but using that operation that has given to you, can you achieve any better answer than 130? Yes or no? Definitely no, right? If you see here, if you make this as 0, the answer will still remain 130. If you make this as 0, the answer will still remain 130. You don't get any better maximum subarray sum by doing this, right? So this is another observation. Okay. So here, this is the starting index and this is the ending index. Now let us go for the last one, like last observation, which is 10, 10, 4, 6, minus 10, minus 20, minus 100. Now from this, can you tell me what is the maximum subarray sum that you can get? This one, right? Which has a sum of 20, 30, right? Now tell me, using the operation, by making any of these values as 0, one of them or all of them, can you achieve a better answer than 30? No, right? The sum will still remain the same. So what do you understood by these three arrays? By these three arrays, like see the starting index and ending index in the given array. What values is the starting index and at what value is the ending index is pointing at? Starting index is pointing to a value which is a positive, and ending index is also pointing to an index which is having a value as positive. And in between these two positive values, if I have some negative values, then I will simply make it as 0, right? And I will simply attach this sum with this sum and with this sum. Yes or no? Yes. Whereas in this case, start and end is here, and in between we don't have any negative values. So we are simply gonna return this entire sum. Yes. So that is the overall approach. So your start will point to an index which has a positive value, and your ending index will point to an index which has a positive value, and in between this you have any negative values, then you are gonna simply make it as 0 and return the entire sum from starting index to ending index. Done. Now let us try to write the code for this. So let us try to write the code for this. Okay. So first we have number of test cases. So I am simply getting the test cases, and for each test case I need to take the array which is of size n. Array of size n, take the input I less than n, I plus plus c in array of I. So we need two variables, one is starting index and one is ending index. So we will create two variables, start is equal to -1 and end is equal to -1. Okay. Now what will I do? I will get the starting index for the start variable, like at which index does this start variable should be pointing at. Okay. So I am going to simply search that. How can I search that? If array of I is, if it is greater than 0, then simply point I to start, and then do you need to go further? No, I will simply break here only. Now what is the second one? You need to get the ending index as well. So for int I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, same condition, if array of I is greater than 0, then end is equal to I. But do you need to break here? No, because we want the end positive value, the last positive value. So let it keep on going till the last element. Now here we will check if start is equal to -1, which means all the elements in the given array are negative values. So I will simply return 0, which is nothing but an empty subarray. Okay. Else what should I do? Exactly, I need to count how many negative values are there in between this range. Okay. Int c is equal to 0, for loop int I is equal to start, I less than or equal to end, I plus plus. If array of I is less than 0, then I am going to simply increment c, and here I can simply print the c value. That's it. Let us run the code. 0, 1, 2, that is what we expected. Yeah, it got submitted, guys. Cool. Yeah guys, so that's it for the video. I hope you like it, and please do follow, like and subscribe our YouTube channel. And if you want to explore more topics on DSA, there is a 3-month smart coder course. I will drop you the link in the description. You can go there and explore our curriculum. If you want, you can simply join them. Yep.